I think that food is such an essential part of living that somehow we have to preserve it.
There's just something, you know, I don't know, it's just psychic. There's some just getting connected with the dirt. You know, it just feels so basic, just so basic, so necessary to a healthy, balanced life.
I would love to see Vancouver Island producing, you know, just about everything that we need, and I think it could be done. There just has to be enough motivation to get that rolling.
Through creating gardens in people's backyards and getting people interested in producing their own food, I mean, that's the ultimate place of food security, is if we can actually create food in our own backyard and feed ourselves.
I think people need to believe that we can grow food here in our backyards. It certainly doesn't have to come from California. It doesn't even have to come from Saanich. It can come from right here in Victoria.
Really, the only barrier is the time and people and work that needs to be done.
It's just, you know, okay, I'm just one person, but, you know, we should really be thinking about, you know, an entire population.
LifeCycles act as a hub to coordinate efforts in the region around food security and local food issues. So they do that through specific projects, such as the Fruit Tree Project or the Diggers Project. They also do that through being involved in the community and also through advocacy to other groups and people, just to get people excited and interested about local food issues.
Well, it takes the food that's already there, that's already going to waste, and it uses it and it shows people how to use it. That's challenging that barrier where we rely on institutions to get our food. It's like, no, our food's here. We have plenty of it. We have too much of it. We're actually, we have so much fruit, we can't handle it.
Most of the results are achieved by volunteers. And when you consider the amount of results that we do get out of, I think we're doing a fantastic job.
Growing schools is an extremely important and invaluable project. It gives kids a break from the monotony of the classroom, teaching them on site about growing food, which all of them eat on a daily basis.
When I'm walking around town and I see the little garden plots in the schoolyards, and I'm just thinking, yeah, we got to get more of this. It's just that's what it's all about.
There seems to be a reluctance on the older generation to share the information that they have. I think that the knowledge has to be shared, because otherwise it gets forgotten.
I find that interacting with older people gives a really neat perspective, just because they have so many more years to draw on, so many more years of learning about the world. A lot of the programs bring people of all ages together.
One of the first projects I heard about, which I thought was just so civilized, you know, is this fruit tree project. You know, there's all these lovely heritage fruit trees all over Victoria. So it just made so much sense, you know, to have, you know, rather than have them fall on the ground and rot, to have volunteers pick them and put them to good use.
Now we pick a bunch of fruit, such like apples and plums and walnuts and pears and everything, and then that food is allowed, a wasted resource is now used and shared for community good.
I can get on my bike. I can sometimes cycle not 5 minutes from my home, sometimes 20, and I can pick fruit. I can pick sometimes tomatoes, and a portion of it I get to take home.
Through the Fruit Tree Project, LifeCycles has a direct role in providing food to people of low income, in that we actually bring the fruit to a food bank, and then we give them fruit. So that's a very direct means of providing access.
Their shared backyard program is really something I think is super cool, because that connects people who have space but don't use it with people who don't have space but want to use it.
Well, previously what has happened has been workshops in, for example, seed collection, planting, companion planting, preservation workshops, drying, all the different methods of preserving food.
When I miss the opportunity, I don't feel as good. I feel great when I come out here and I've done my little bit, and it's just a little bit, but I've done it. I just feel there can't be a downside to it.
I see that relationships are extremely important. We know that knowledge can be written down in a book, but it's not the same. That there's not the experiential learning.
It keeps me a little younger because most of the people here, not most of the people younger, let's face it, they're all younger than me.
Share our knowledge about food and nutrition. You know, it's just you're giving people a hand up rather than a hand out.
I just really encourage people to get involved. Yeah, it's an amazing thing to do because it's so easy to get involved. It's so fun. It's so important. There's no reason that every person in this city, isn't doing something related to changing our relationship with food.